She grew up where the gravel meets the corn. One gas station and a Friday night barn. Daddy fixed trucks, Mama prayed real loud, but her heart was always chasing clouds. She'd stare out past the county line, saying there's more to me than neon signs. She had dreams bigger than this town, where the streets end and the stars come down. In a notebook she drew her wings, mapped a life full of wild things. But folks said, girl, just settle down. But she had dreams bigger than this. She packed her hope in her denim coat, left behind love and a goodbye note. The diner job, the high school flame, all stayed back with a hometown name. She hit the road unsure and brave, with none but the song she gave. She had dreams bigger than this town, trading silence for a Nashville sound. On old stages with borrowed minds, she poured her soul into the night, still chasing dreams bigger than this team, bigger than this town. Now she sings on a wooden stage, her voice like fire, her eyes like rain. Crown made cheer, her deep inside, she's still that girl who dared to try. She had dreams bigger than this town, and she wears them though the miles America made her high. She still sees stars in small town skies. They told her dreams don't stick around, but she proved them wrong. Dreams are wrong. Bigger than this town. She sang into a broken brush in a bedroom lit by neon hush. Cheap perfume, a thrift store gown, dancing like she owned that crown. To the mirror she took her bow, the only crowd she'd ever wow. That stage was only real in her mind, where the lights shine bright and the stars align. She played her heart to a silent room, wrote big dreams on a worn out tune. The world passed by, too deaf, too blind. That stage was only real in her mind. She pinned up hopes with paper clips and prayed between her waitress shifts. The jukebox played someone else's song while her own kept waiting all along. But she kept singing soft and true to the dream that never quite That stage was only real in her mind, but she lit it up with every line. Though no crowd rose to call her name, she sang like fire just the same. And somewhere in her heart's design, that stage was real, if only in her mind. I pictured lace and white picket scenes, not rent past due, and busted dreams. Thought love would be a steady hand, not a wave I had to learn to stand. I traded Paris for a rusted truck and learned to live on a little luck. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's built on prayers and overtime. I've cried in kitchens and laughed in storms, held my babies when the nights got warm. It's not the picture I once drew in my mind. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. He walked out when times got tight, left me with bills and a porch light. But I stitched my pride with a coffee spoon and danced alone in the living room. I've made peace with a crooked line, found joy in simple signs. So this ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Worn out boots and secondhand shine. I love the scars and stood up tall. Learned you don't need much to have it all. It ain't perfect, but it's by design. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Maybe the dreams change when the road gets long, but I've grown roots and I've grown strong. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's every fall and every climb. It's the sunrise after a sleepless night. It's finding wrong still leads to right. No regrets, just a slower shine. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. I used to hear it whisper low, from back roads dust to radio. gave it soul, but it don't fit me like before. There's peace in learning when to fold. Not every fire was meant to hold. I found a porch, a worn out song, and realized I'd chased too long. Now silence don't feel quite so loud. I ain't that girl still in the clouds. That dream don't call my name no more. It don't knock on my front door. Used to run through every show. Now I let that old wind blow. It's not defeat, just something new. I'm still me, just not her too. Some dreams fade, believe a light to help you rest your wings at night. That dream don't call my name no more, and I ain't waiting like before. Guess I've learned what dreams are for. To find yourself, then close that door. She's gone now, but I ain't sore. That dream don't call my name no more. I pack my heart in a beat-up case. Left that porch without a trace. Chased a sky I couldn't name. Each mile blurred by hope and shame. I swore I'd find where I belong, but every sign just felt all wrong. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost, burning fuel and counting cost. Took the long way out of town, but never found that higher ground. They don't tell you what they'll take when you give all for something fake. I sang my soul in empty bars to three old men in neon scars, smiling through the lonely sound, while wondering when I turn around. Each night felt like the last chance gone, but I just kept driving on. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost, with worn out boots and lines I crossed. Thought I'd climb, but I just stalled. A voice too raw, a name not called. 1,000 turns, no map to trust. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost. Sometimes I think I should have stayed, but that small town sky just always fades. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost, but maybe wandering is worth the cost. I never found that stage-lit land, but I held the mic with steady hands, and maybe lost is who I'm meant to be. sun. But I've got a taste for the burning kind. And I've got a taste, burning kind. Trouble in a bottle in a free man's mind. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born to roam with whiskey and wild horses. I'm always gone. Met a girl down Amarillo way. She said, boy, your soul's gonna drift someday. I smiled and tipped my weathered hat. Said, darling, I already know that. She kissed me soft, said, you're the one. But I was chasing dreams before the dawn. I was chased before the dawn. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born to roam with whiskey and wild horses. I'm always gone. Maybe someday I'll lay it all down. Hang my hat in some slow town. But tonight I ride, I drink, I sing to the fire in my blood and the freedom it brings. Whiskey and wild horses, they call my name through the desert dust and the outlaw rain. I ain't looking back, I ain't settling down. Just a shadow in the dark on the edge of town. With whiskey and wild horses, I'll never be found. Oh.
She smelled like cornfields after rain, wore granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right sit still. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church and sky, and I was hers without a why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone, I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam. Back when her name was home.
Sunrise creeping through the window pane, same old boots, same coffee stain. She ties her hair, grabs her keys, heads out chasing stubborn dreams. Folks say she ought to slow it down, but she's got fire that won't burn out. One day closer to never giving up, still holding on when the road gets rough. She's got scars, but she's got grace. Every mile put still in her faith. She ain't there yet, but she's strong enough. One day closer to never giving up. There were nights she almost quit, tears falling in a diner shift, but prayers whispered in bathroom stalls turned into dreams that still stand tall. She don't need applause or luck, just grit, a truck, and a little bit of trust. One day closer to never giving up. Through the silence and the push and shove, she walks alone but walks real proud, head held high in a weary crowd. Ain't no quit in the soul she's got. She's one day closer to never giving up. Every note just feeds her flame. She carves her worth into the rain. One day closer to never giving up. A life built up with a tender touch. Dreams might bend, but they don't break. She gives more than this world can take. She's not done, she's just rising up. One day closer to never giving up. She came to town with a suitcase heart, a notebook full of country charts, sang in bars till 2 a.m. for tips and hopes and old regrets. She chased the stars, she paid her dues, but dreams don't always pay the rent. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found peace in smaller wins. A quiet porch, steady flame, a simple love, not chasing fame. She let go of neon signs for morning light and homemade wine. Yeah, that's where the dream ends and life begins. The song she wrote now lulled her child. No crowd, no stage, just something wild. A baby's laugh, a warm embrace, a gentle hand, a slower pace. She still hums that melody, but sings it now in harmony. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found joy in deeper things. Not sold out shows or highway lines, but quiet nights and homemade rhymes. She traded highs that don't stay long for roots that hold her growing strong. That's where the dream ends and life begins. Sometimes goodbye ain't letting go, it's choosing what you need to grow. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found herself again within. Not the life she dreamed at 22, but one that's steady, real, and true. She still smiles at what could have been, but she's right where life begins. Daddy said this land don't give, you take your licks and learn to live. He handed me a pair of worn out boots, said they'll carry weight if you walk them true. That red clay road taught me pain and pride, where sweat and storms go side by side. I fell face first, but I rose again. That's how a boy becomes a man. Out here where boots learn to stand, where you earn your worth, dirt on your head, where prayers rise up with the morning dew, and your word means more blood than made you grand. This is where boots learn to stand. Mama held the house like a gospel song, kept the lights on even when days felt wrong. Taught me grace don't come from ease, it's in the fight down on your knees. I've seen love and loss, joy and scars underneath. basement, where storms blow hard but hearts hold true, and home is built in what you do. It's more than land, it's who I am. This is where boots alert. Got a 6-string with more miles to shine, and boots that'll dance through borrowed time. The bars got smaller, the crowds got thin, but I still feel the fire kicking in. A fully grown rough from whiskey and years, but I still dream when the silence clears. Just one more shot at that big old stage, a crowd that don't mind my weathered age. Lights so bright they drown the doubt, where the songs I wrote get sung out loud. I ain't asking for fortune or fame, just one more night they remember my name. I played for tips in the neon glow, slept in trucks when the money got low, but every mile taught me to believe there's still something left up my sleeve. I ain't young, but I ain't done. Still got stories under the sun. Just one more shot at that big old stage, to sing my truth, not just my age. A crowd that feels each chord I strum, and hums along when the tears come. No encore, oh, no spotlight, oh, just one more ride before the road. Maybe they won't cheer, maybe they will, but I'll play my song. 'Cause chasing dreams ain't just for the young. Some songs take years to be sung. So give me one more shot at that big old stage, one last verse, one final page. Let 'em hear this old heart loud and clear, still beating strong after all these years. If it's the last time, I'll make it count. One more shot, and I'll lay it down.
used to lay down round 10 o'clock. Now he's chasing rhymes in a coffee shop. That 9 to 5, it dulled his flame, so he packed his life and changed his name. A rusted truck, a flannel coat, a notebook full of half-sung notes. No more quiet nights or easy dreams. He traded sleep for 6-string. Now the moon's his only clock. Neon signs are where he talks. His prayers are sung, not softly spoken, through callous hands and chords unbroken. He gave up rest for something true, a melody he had to pursue. He don't count sheep or chase routines. He traded sleep for 6 strings. His friends all say, man, come back home. But he's married now to worn-out tones. The world don't pay a voice like his, but he still plays for what it is. The motel lights, the lonely miles, a crowd of 10, a waitress smile. We don't need much, just room to sing. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the stage is his own bed, with verses echoing in his head. He ain't rich, but he's alive. In every note he survives. Quiet hurts, but music clings. Traded sleep for 6 strings. Some folks dream with their eyes closed. He dreams wide open on the road. Truth is rough, songs don't lie, and that's the reason why he traded sleep for 6 strings and gave his soul to what it brings. Through lonely bars and worn-out frets, he sings for things he won't forget. And if he never earns a thing, he still wouldn't trade those 6 strings.
Woke up to the hum of a rundown fan, cracks in the ceiling and calloused hands. Thought by now I'd wear a satin dress, not yesterday's shirt from this kind of stress. Life don't follow a dotted line, it curves through dust and borrowed time. Woke up far from the life I planned. No mansion, no diamond, no my hand. But I got a heart that still believes in the sky. I chase kids and unpaid lights. Still there's peace in this coffee cup, even when the world gives up. I've made a home in what's gone wrong, singing my truth in a working woman song. Woke up far from the life I planned, a gray stone cold and a woman song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone cold and a wedding band. I've loved and lost and loved again, made best friends out of paper and pen. No map could have drawn this land, but it's mine with all its sand. Maybe the plan was never mine to write. Maybe the beauty's in the fight. Woke up far from the life I planned, learned to dance on shifting sand, and though I cried where I should have shined, the strength in walking that crooked line. I've made a song with these callous hands. Woke up for, but I understand. I left that town with a heavy heart. One last look before the engine starts. A goodbye note on a diner plate, and a sky that never looked so gray. The house was sold, the ties were burned. Sometimes the only way's not to return. Now there's nothing left but the dream and the road. An old guitar and a song I wrote. Review's full of cut-ins, but the highway don't ask where you've been. I lost the girl, the job, the love, but I still got the dream in the road. Motels blur into every town. Neon flickers and hopes break down. And when the chords feel like home again, I remember why I chose the wind. Each mile's a verse, each side's a prayer, and I keep moving, 'cause I still care. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. A six-string voice still knows the nights get cold, the gas runs thin, but I won't fold, I won't give in. I ain't got much to call my own, just this dream. A piece of me in a chorus clear, and all this driving won't feel so lost if these wheels were worth the cost. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. walks in wearing yesterday's song. Mascara trails where hope's gone wrong. A notebook waits by her glass of rye. With words she never learned to cry. Jukebox haunts some old cliche, but her story ain't found its final page. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Neon shadows where the lost still sing. One verse of truth, two lines of pain. Chasing grace in a smoky refrain. She ain't sure what the ending means. Just a bar stool and a half-written dream. She tried Nashville, left with scars, burned through nights and borrowed cars. Every open mic felt like a war, till her voice didn't know war, until her voice didn't shake no more. Now she rides between the teams, a melody only silence hears. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream, in a tavern full of could-have-beens. Each chorus feels like coming clean, like whiskey burning through old sin. She's still chasing what might have been, on a bar stool with a half-written dream. Maybe someday she'll finish that song, or maybe the trying is right all along. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Heartbreak inked in line 18. Not every story needs to be told. Some are just songs to let go. And as long as that melody leads, she'll sit with her half-written dream. She wakes before the sun each day and ties her hair and kneels to pray. Worn out boots by the kitchen door. She's got miles to walk and build hills to pour. The world don't hand her anything. She don't ask for diamond rings. She's living on hope and cheap coffee. Dreams poured hot in a diner seat. She hums old songs on her breaking noon, wipes her hands on her rag, sings out of tune. Life ain't easy, but she still believes there's more to her than what the mirror sees. coffee. Another shift, another week. But kindness clings to her like lace, in every tight line on her face. She stitched her faith into this town, still standing when the world knocks her down. She's living on hope and cheap coffee, sunset prayers in a booth for three. She don't need gold or fancy lights, just a roof and a quiet night. She's running on empty, but somehow she flies on broken dreams and clear blue skies. She's more than what the paycheck shows. Grace in a world that never slows. She's living on hope and cheap, cheap coffee, and faith that one day she'll be free. Maybe not written, maybe not known, but she built her strength all on her own. She's got a soul too strong to break her back. She's living on hope, and she gets by. Had a notebook full of rhymes and dreams, wrote them down at 17. Every chorus was a place I'd go, every bridge a road I know. But the pages faded in the rain, and life just took another lane. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a melody, tiny time somehow lost. That old cassette in the glove box dust held every version of who I was. Now I hum a tune I barely know, of a girl from a long time ago. I left my place in a song I forgot. Thought I'd sing 'em on a neon stage, but love came in and turned the page. Traded chords for midnight cries and lullabies and quiet nights. I don't regret the path I chose, but sometimes that old song still shows. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a dream I chased and almost caught. Those verses lit like a wild flame, burned out soft without a name. Now I hum a tune I barely know, song I forgot, and somehow I'm thankful I did not hold too tight to a younger view. I've had a different song in view, and I still hum a tune so faint that only memory can paint. I left my plans in a song I forgot. But that back porch never heard her cry like these alleys and southern skies. She's poured her soul